Catherine Hedden from Films About Me. Welcome to the premiere party event, the red carpet event for Jeffrey Hayzlett's C-Suite show that premieres tonight on Bloomberg Television. We are going to have tons of interviews for you with lots of business celebrities. But first, we want to show you a little video to give you a great introduction to Jeffrey himself.
Most executives look at the game, and that is they look at the game, they comment about the game, but they're not in the game, they're not playing the game, they're not the essence of the game, they're not sweating in the game. And so that's the big difference between those that are real successful. They want to get dirty, they want to get gritty, they want to get down into the mud, the grit, and really live in that C-suite of leadership that they need to have, whereas most just want the trappings of all that. They want to say that they're a player, but not really be the player. It's really about a state of mind. And do you want to change, adapt, or do you want to die? If you have a real good sense of who you are, then you can get to that. If you're very honest with yourself, very transparent, or what I like to use the word radically transparent, because I think more leaders who are radically transparent, it helps you to define who you are. Now, whether you're a performer, whether you're a speaker, whether you're an author, whether you're, a leader of a company, you should be able to look in the mirror and do a number of different things. And one of those things is to look at, what it is that I really am seeing in that mirror. There's an old saying that you can't stop stupid, so I'm not surprised that there are people who always want to die or people who always don't want to change. And that makes my job that much easier. Jeffrey Hayzlett. I've been called a global business celebrity, author, speaker, sometimes cowboy, and now television host. And I've never known anything else, whether I was 10 years old selling subscriptions door to door, or whether I was a chief marketing officer of a Fortune 100 company. In essence, it's selling the real promise of what you're going to deliver. And so even before I understood what a promise really was, if I would put myself in their shoes of what it would be like to have this and what the value was for them to be able to buy whatever I was selling. What's the last thing I changed? Let's see, what was the last thing I changed? Well, I change everything. I change everything, whether it's change my clothes, change my look. I mean, this is the business suit, but it's, business on the outside, party on the inside, right? I mean, it's always about making things that are different. You should always be changing. Just when you get it perfect, change it again. It's always great to go into a company and have people drink the Kool-Aid, but it's even more important for them to take the idea that you came with and make it their own. That's the real measure of success of leadership, is if I can make the people believe what we're talking about, that vision, take it and make it their own and exponentially throw it out to everybody. Wow, that's exciting. Well, to me, going back to South Dakota is like a spiritual journey for me, but it's my grounding. It's the place in which I go back to regroup and to remember the roots and remember where you came from. I'm just a sometimes cowboy from South Dakota. I'd like to be a full-time cowboy, and that's my ultimate goal. Every day you decide whether the day's going to run you or you're going to run the day. I choose to run the day, and I choose to run it very fast. So if at the end of the day I'm exhausted, tired, worn out, but I still want to keep doing it, then I've had a great day. I think if I looked at the world today and say, is there something I'd like to change that I haven't been able to do? Well, that's that we're all one people, that we're all in this world together. I would love to be able to change that. And it's going to happen someday. It's just taken a lot longer than what we thought.
I'm from South Dakota. As you can see,
I love talking to people. If you're ever in South Dakota or by South Dakota, come by and see us. But if not, you can find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and just look on my website and connect with me. Most executives look at the game, and that is they look at the game, they comment about the game, but they're not in the game, they're not playing the game, they're not the essence of the game, they're not sweating in the game. And so that's the big...
Hi, Catherine Hedden from Films About Me, and we are here on the red carpet at the premiere party for Jeffrey Hayzlett's C-Suite that's going to show, you're going to watch that on Bloomberg tonight, 9:30. First, though, look who we have, Chef Hiken. Chef, welcome to the red carpet.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. This is very exciting. What a night.
Yes, what a huge event for Jeffrey Hayzlett. So what do you think about Jeff's new show?
I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so what do you think he's going to bring to these CEOs?
Well, I think he's going to bring the truth. He's going to be in your face. He's going to tell it like it is, very direct. I mean, you know Jeffrey, okay?
That's him.
Can't be any other way.
That's him. Now, tell me a little bit about your latest book.
The latest book, Amaze Every Customer Every Time. It's 52 tools to create the most amazing customer service on the planet.
Whoa, so what's the number one thing that executives, C-suite executives what's the number one reason they should get this book?
Oh, wow. Well, actually, they shouldn't get the book.
No?
No, they should get it for everybody in their company.
Oh.
And here's why. The book is not meant to be read, it's meant to be used.
Yeah.
There are 52 tools in the book.
Oh, wow,
And
so it's actionable.
it's actionable,
Oh,
and
I
every
love
one of those
actionable.
tools
I love actionable.
for any position, any responsibility, the newest hire all the way up to the C-suite,
Wow.
they can use these. And the idea is have fun with it. Just randomly choose a number between 1 and 52, work on that one for the week, and at the end of a year, you've gone through the whole book, and then start over again.
So who's responsible for customer service?
The entire company, because customer
Yeah.
service isn't a department, it's a philosophy.
Right,
Yep.
right. So now tell me why customer service is so important.
Well, if you want to remain competitive, if you want to decommoditize yourself and not be seen as the person, just like anyone else, or the company just like anyone else, if you want to compete on something other than just price,
Yeah.
and you really want to deliver value, then customer service is the way to go. But the key is not to talk about it, it's to actually do it.
You know, what's interesting to me is that customer service seems to have shifted with social media.
Oh, yeah.
And it's carried out in an entirely different way.
So it used to be customer service was, I've got a problem, I call the customer service department. Now
Right.
it's a whole experience, and with social media and interaction, and social media isn't just responding to customer complaints. Companies that do it right put a lot of value out there. You go on YouTube.
Yeah.
The role model and the case study in the book is Ace Hardware, and there's a whole reason behind that. But if you go on YouTube and you want to know how to fix a toilet seat, that's a video that they put on there, okay? And that's a lot of great value and great service that they provide. And any company can use that type of strategy to, do as part of the customer service mix on social media.
Sure. Well, so tell us where we can get your book.
You can get it everywhere. You can get it on Amazon.com. You can get all your bookstores. You can go to amazeeverycustomer.com.
Yeah.
Check it out there. You can get it from there as well.
Awesome. And how can people connect with you?
Or you can just go follow me on Twitter.
Twitter. All right.
at Hiken, Hyken. Go to my website, Hiken.com,
right.
Hyken.com.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
It was
Catherine.
fabulous
This
to
was
meet
awesome,
you.
and what an amazing night. Thanks for having me here.
Yes. All right.
thanks.
I'm a hugger. Mwah.
Thanks.
All right, so we are going to be right back with more interviews. So hang on and stay with us. Hi, Catherine from Films About Me, back on the red carpet with Robert Galinski. I can't wait to hear. Okay, so now I understand that you are a performance artist in New York City. Tell me about that. What do you do?
I do a lot of hosting of live events, emceeing
Oh my gosh.
benefits and
Like
galas.
this?
Like this too,
Oh
yeah.
man,
Exactly.
Great.
So
okay.
yeah, that's what I do. I get involved in people's lives and try to bring out the best in them, and that's my thing.
Awesome. So now you know Jeffrey.
Yep.
And what do you think of this new show?
I'm excited to see this new show because Jeffrey's personality is amazing. It's incredible, outrageous, and to see him go into the C-suite and talk to people and because he never has an agenda except let's talk about it, right?
Really?
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's always about let's just be honest about things.
Yeah.
And he doesn't push any particular direction, just open conversation. So it should be exciting.
Awesome. And so what do you think is going to be the most surprising thing that these C-suite executives experience when they encounter Jeff?
The most exciting thing the most exciting thing that C-suite executives will experience with Jeffrey is not softball questions.
Yeah.
Not softballing anything. They're going to have somebody in front of them that's going to ask very insightful questions. He's been there.
Yeah.
He knows the level of stress and hard work that those guys are under all the time. So he's going to have really great questions. He's going to know their issues. And normally I think they were dealing with people in media that are just media.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's not just media.
Yeah, you know, what's interesting to me is with the changes with social media and video and streaming and all of this, all of a sudden, business professionals are expected to be comfortable in front of the camera.
Yes.
Do you have any advice for people sort of stepping into this?
First, call me. I can train you, without a doubt.
Great,
yes.
great.
I'm a media trainer, yes.
You
so
do?
That's part of what
terrific,
I do.
terrific.
Most of what I do. And actually, I think, we're in an era now where you have to be willing to be exposed.
Yeah.
And so part of what Jeffrey, I think, does is that he allows people to do that in an environment that's provocative but still safe.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of Jeffrey's personality and his game with people, which is to speak your piece, be honest about it, and go for it.
Well, he has his first book, The Mirror Test.
Yes.
It's all about being comfortable with yourself.
Yes.
So that you can be a great leader. And I think that that's entirely consistent with what it takes to be in front of the camera, don't you?
Absolutely. You have to be willing to be vulnerable and run with the challenge and mistakes that might come up and flow with that and see where you go.
Robert, thank you so much for being here, for chatting with us. We look forward to chatting again later in the night.
Let's
I think
do
you
it.
may come back.
Jeffrey and I have some work that we've been doing together that's pretty top notch.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I'm developing a musical called Coffee the Musical, and
Coffee
Jeffrey
the
and I
Musical.
are developing the corporate coffee angle on this, where we go into corporations. I facilitate a lot of workshops and seminars with corporations about being yourself, bringing the best out of yourself, authenticity.
Yeah.
So it's a place where Jeffrey comes from as well.
Yeah.
So we're taking the musical and we're taking the idea of coffee as a binder of people, a social lubricant, and Jeffrey's very social.
Yes,
So
yes.
we've been going into corporations and taking the idea of this musical, singing songs, getting people out of their shells,
oh, wow.
and having a good time.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So how can people connect with you, learn more about Coffee the Musical?
If you go to Coffee the
coaching.
My main site is galinskiplace.com.
GALINSKY.
And then the word place.
PLACE.
Yep. Or you could go directly to coffeethemusical.com as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
It was great.
I appreciate it.
Talk to you later.
All right. All right. So we have actually somebody else waiting. Do you guys want to hang on? Okay, we have another guest ready. Here they come. So I need to know who's coming over before you send them over.
Okay.
I need a name. Keith.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm traveling all the way from Europe to
You
be here.
are.
I'm probably the guy with the longest travel distance to be here.
You are. Oh,
Yeah, so
congratulations.
I traveled in this morning from Amsterdam.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so tell us. I'm sorry. I didn't tell us your name. I'm sorry.
My name is Kees Mulder.
Case. Thank you so much. So tell the people at home again because they didn't hear you. You've traveled the farthest to be here.
Well, actually, I know Jeff for about 20 years now. We worked together in a few occasions. Last time we worked together when he was the CMO for Kodak, I was running Europe for him as the VP of Marketing.
Oh, awesome.
And when I got this invitation a few weeks back, I said I need to be there. So within 10 seconds, I made the call. Okay, book my flight, book my hotel, and be here.
Oh, thank you
Just
so
to honor
much.
Jeff
Thank
and
you.
his family and his company. I know how important this is for him, so I might as well be here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's a huge deal, right? Him having this television show.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's extremely important for Jeff, this event. I think he's worked very hard to get to this stage, and I think the biggest pleasure I could do him to be here personally and honor him for that. So
yeah, that says a lot that you guys worked together for so long, and it was important to you to be here. So now, could you get these C-suite executives that Jeff is going to be working?
Jeff, what's the task?
Jeff Hayzlett. What do you think, Jeff?
Jeff Hayzlett, the CEO of the Hayzlett Group, doing